Welcome, everyone, to another edition of Marketing the Invisible. My name is Tom Poland, beaming out to you as always from Little Castaways Beach in Queensland, Australia, joined today by Nick Loper. Nick, g'day, sir. Very warm welcome. Where are you hanging out?
Good day, good morning, good afternoon in sunny Livermore, California, but good morning to you.
And you're having a pretty hot summer over there.
Yeah, we're 100 today, which is what,
Wow.
33 or so.
Wow. Yeah, that's starting to cook. Folks, for those of you who don't know Nick, he helps people earn money outside of their day job. What a good idea. He's an author, online entrepreneur, and host of the award-winning Side Hustle Show podcast. And he's even, for this podcast appearance, wearing a t-shirt that says podcast. If you can't see the video, if you're listening to this while you're running, this man is in the moment. Nick, our title today, and thanks so much for rocking up. I appreciate you sharing your wisdom with folks. How to find a side hustle that pays. And Nick's going to tell you how to do that in just 7 minutes. Nick, our time starts now. Question number one, sir. Who is your ideal client?
Ideal client for me is rather an ideal listener or reader of the podcast or blog. Somebody who is reasonably tech savvy, who has some extra time, nights, weekends, evenings, mornings. We've seen people do it on their lunch breaks, but wants to make extra money, wants to figure out how to start something to exercise their creativity that maybe is something that eventually eclipses the day job income, but they've got a little bit of free time and are wondering some productive ways to make some extra money with that time.
Oh, I've got tingles. That sounds like a great plan, great strategy. 6.5 minutes left. What's the problem you solve? How do you define that? That's question two.
Yeah, problem, on the reactive side is somebody who it needs to make money, right? I got to make rent next month. I'm struggling.
Right.
On the proactive side, which is a little more kind of where I was approaching it from, was like I was never the person who necessarily hated the corporate job, hated my day job, but I still wanted to use my free time more effectively and had no desire to climb the corporate ladder. So I was looking for a way out, and it was an online business in my case that let me do that. So that's kind of the problem that we solve. Like I need or want to make extra money.
Right. For whatever reason, that's your motivation. Thank you, sir. So question three, 5.5 minutes left. Some of the typical symptoms, if someone is listening to this and they're thinking, yeah, I need to find out more about what Nick's doing. What's going on in their life or their business that they think, yeah, I need to get into the side hustle thing?
I mean, the way that, the stereotypical way that, it hits somebody is, they're 10, 15 years deep into their career, maybe even earlier than that, and say like, I did what I was supposed to do. I went to school. I got a good job. I maybe have a house, a relationship. I have kids, maybe. Is this it? Is this all that there is? And
right. Is this
as
good
so
as
find
it
a lot
gets?
of people, is this as good as it gets? And the answer, it doesn't have to be. The answer could be like, oh, there's an alternative path here. And I think there's a lower risk brand of entrepreneurship versus, I think it's the Reid Hoffman quote from LinkedIn. Oh, an entrepreneur is somebody who jumps off the cliff and figures out how to build the airplane on the way down. That sounds terrifying to me. So there's a lower risk way, and that's to start something small, start something on the side. And that's kind of, if you find yourself in that symptom of, well, is this as good as it gets? Is this all there is?
Right.
Not necessarily. There
Yes.
may be an alternative path there.
Wonderful. Thank you. 4 minutes left, sir. What are some of the common mistakes that people make that clients have come in, they've done well working with you, but they said, Nick, before I met you, I tried this and it really was a bad mistake. What if it's a couple of those that people might look to avoid?
Oh my gosh. One of the most common ones is this, paralyzation of analysis paralysis, like try to
Yeah.
find that perfect business idea because, something that's never been done before, where I think that's kind of a risky place to play, where instead, if you could find something that has been done before and maybe put your own unique spin on it, do it slightly differently, target a slightly different market, I think that's a little bit safer place to play because there's some proven demand there.
Right.
So that's one thing that really gets people caught up. It's like trying to find the perfect business idea. The other thing that gets people trapped up is just, I don't know what to start. They think like, I got to figure out, how to climb the whole mountain, where it's like, just, you got to figure out the first couple steps. You got to get off the side hustle sidelines and into the game. because opportunities become visible once you're already in motion. And
So
it's hard.
true.
It's like, and I'm totally that person who wants to plan everything out. I totally get it.
Right.
But sometimes you just gotta take that first step and realize, okay,
Well,
choosing what's next doesn't mean choosing what's forever.
well, that brings us nicely to question 5 and 3 minutes left. The valuable free action. If you like, the one step that someone could take to start. It's not going to solve the whole thing, but it might take them a step in the right direction. If you've got a top tip, someone could, an action item.
Yeah, so business ideas are often found on the other end of pains or problems, right? You could sell pain pills or you could sell vitamins. A lot easier to sell pain pills, solve somebody's problem. I call this the what sucks method. And so you have to kind of put on your pessimist hat for, a few days or a week of doing this. And so I just have a notes app on my phone, and I'm going to note down everything that sucks over the course of the day, over the course of that
Very
week.
clever.
And like we're moving house this month. And so there's a lot of things that suck. I got to clear out all this other stuff I don't want. I got to find a mover. I got to find a truck. I got to find boxes.
Right.
Lots of potential business ideas and lots of businesses that already exist to kind of solve that pain. But keeping
Very
track of
clever.
what sucks in your life
Okay.
often leads to business ideas on the other end.
Nice. Thank you, sir. Question 6, just under 2 minutes left. A valuable free resource we could direct people to. Landing page or website, somewhere you can go, I need to find out more about this.
So one place that is a good place to check out would be sidehustlenation.com/ideas. This is just to get your creative juices flowing. This is my constantly updated laundry list of different part-time money-making ideas. My hope is there's like 100 and something items on this page. My hope is by the time you get down to the bottom, you've got 8 or 10 different browser tabs open. Like, oh, that sounds interesting. I want to learn more about this. That's kind of what it is meant to be, just kind of a smorgasbord, a sampler platter of what might be out there.
Sidehustlenation.com/ideas. Thanks, Nick. Last question number 7. We've got a whopping 63 seconds left. What's the one question I should have asked you but didn't?
This is kind of a tough one. One, you could ask, what's the favorite book that I've read recently? And that would be called Undaunted Courage. And I forget the author, but this is the story of the Lewis and Clark adventure, which is exploring the American West.
Wow.
If your audience is familiar. This was let's go backpacking. But this was let's go backpacking for 2.5 years. We don't know how long it's going to take. We're going to go to the Pacific Ocean and back. And it was just a miracle. It made me really grateful for the conveniences of modern life. To imagine trying to make this trek in the early 1800s.
And the name of it was, did you say Undaunted Adventure?
Undaunted Courage.
Undaunted Courage. Thank you. Go get it. Hey, Nick, 10 seconds left. Just enough time to thank you very much for your wisdom and your insight.
Well, we did pretty good.
We did great. Thank you. Thanks for checking out our Marketing the Invisible podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate us, and leave us a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to generate 5 fresh leads in just 5 hours, then check out www.5hourchallenge.com.